Okay guys, today we're gonna go over how to solve linear inequalities and we're gonna graph its solutions, okay? So you remember seeing these type of inequalities when you were in elementary school? Let's go ahead and label them, okay? So the first one is that's called less than. The second one, you see the equal sign, so we call that less than or equal to. Third one is greater than. And the fourth one is greater than or equal to. Okay? And remember, when it comes to graphing, we should note that when it doesn't have an equal sign, we use an open dot, okay? And when it does have an equal sign, we use a closed dot. Open, close, okay? So keep this in mind. Let's graph like an easy problem first, so that way you see. So let's just say you have x less than 2 versus x greater than or equal to 3. So first we make a number line, zeros in the middle, and then give me some marks on the left and right. So 2, at 2, it's an open dot because it doesn't have an equal sign. This right here means all the numbers, all the answers less than 2. So which direction has all the number less than 2? It has to be the left-hand side. And that would be the graph for this problem, x less than 2. Okay, let's look at the graph for x greater than or equal to 3. So mark your number, always give me your zeros, and give some marks on the left and some marks on the right. So for 3, it's going to be a closed dot because it has an equal sign here, right? And right here it says x greater than or equal to 3. That means all the answers greater than or equal to 3. So that has to be the right-hand side. Or if you look at the arrow, it's pointing towards the right. So we go to the right, okay? Okay, so those are the easy scenarios, okay? So let's look at the harder ones. So in number 1, I'm not giving you the answers like the previous one. Here you have to solve and then graph. So right here we combine like terms. So we have n plus 2 less than or equal to 3. Subtract 2 to the left and to the right, n is less than or equal to 1. Now when it comes to inequalities, the letter has to be on the left and the number has to be on the right. If it's not in that form, you have to make it into that form, okay? There will be cases where it's not, and then I'll show you how to do that too as well. So when we graph the answers, 0 here. At 1, since it has an equal sign, you will have a closed dot. And it says all the less than or equal to 1, so it has to be the left-hand side. See where the arrow is pointing towards the left? That's how you could remember it too, okay? Okay, let's move on to number 2. So 16 greater than 5x. This right here will give you negative 4. And then I'm going to add 4 to both sides. We have 20 greater than 5x. And then divide both sides by 5. We have 4 greater than x. So in this problem, notice that the x is on the right-hand side and not on the left, right? And the numbers on the right, we have to flip the answers around. So the x needs to go here and the 4 needs to go here. That's the rule, okay? And since we just flip our answers, our inequality from greater than, it becomes less than. If you don't flip, your answer will be wrong. So that's our answers right there. And when we graph, 0 goes here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our 4, it's an open dot. And it says x less than 4, that means all the number less than 4. This is the answer right here. Okay. Let's move on to 3. So notice 3 is harder, but the idea stays the same. So multiply in the 8 into the parentheses. We have 32 minus 8n minus 4 less than 84. Combine like terms. Then we get 28 minus 8n less than 84. Subtract 28 to both sides. 84 minus 28 is 56. Okay, here's another rule to remember besides flipping when the variable's on the right. Whenever you divide by negative numbers in inequality types of problem, you always need to remember to flip the inequality. So from less than right here, it becomes greater than. Why? Because we divided by -8. Only by negative numbers. If it's divided by positive, you do not have to flip, okay? So 56 divided by 8 is -7. So our final answer is n greater than -7. At -7, it's going to be an open dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it says n greater than -7. That means all the numbers greater than -7. It goes on this side, towards the right. Okay, let's move on to number 4. Same thing with number 4. We're going to multiply in the -2. We have -2 minus 14x less than 96. Add 2 to both sides. -14x less than 98. And then divide both sides by -14. See, we divide by -14. Don't forget to flip the inequality. So from less than becomes greater than. So x greater than 7. So my graph looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at 7, it's going to be an open dot, and it goes towards the right. Right? Because all the answers greater than 7, which is towards the right. Okay, last problem. Number 5. So multiply the -8 in. We have 40 minus 6x greater than -24x minus 32. So since I want x on the left-hand side, it would be wiser if I move the 24 and not the 6. Because you move the 6x, then you show more work. Not that it's wrong, just you have to show more steps. So here I'm going to add 24x to both sides. Then I have 40 plus 18x greater than -32. Then here I'm going to subtract 40 to both sides. I have 18x greater than -72. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 18. Since I divide by positive, I don't have to flip the inequalities. So x is greater than 4. So my graph would look like this. 0. So at 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to be an open dot, and it goes towards the right hand side. Okay, and that's it. Voila, done.